New this morning, a federal judge has temporarily blocked President Trump's plan to deploy federal troops to Portland, ruling that he may have exceeded his constitutional authority. Protests continue near immigration facilities where demonstrators claim federal forces are escalating violence. Here's ABC's Johny Fernandez.
Days after President Trump said on social media he was sending troops to war-ravaged Portland, a federal judge says the move could blur the line between civil and military authority. U.S. District Judge Karen Immergut says the president's claims about chaos in the city are, quote, simply untethered to the facts, and that he likely exceeded his authority under the Constitution. The judge issuing a temporary restraining order late Saturday, pausing the deployment for at least 14 days. Oregon's Attorney General speaking out about the ruling.
Today's ruling is a healthy check on the president's power. And as the president, you must have an actual facts based on reality, not social media or just your gut feeling if you want to mobilize the military here in the United States.
Meanwhile, tensions rise in Chicago's Brighton Park neighborhood after agents from the Department of Homeland Security were patrolling the area. Authorities say a federal agent's vehicle was rammed and boxed in by several cars. DHS officials said one of the drivers who rammed her car into the agents was armed with a semi-automatic weapon. Officers firing what they call defensive shots at the woman. Chicago fire officials say she was taken to the hospital for a gunshot wound. DHS says the woman, a U.S. citizen, is named in a Customs and Border Protection intelligence bulletin last week for allegedly doxing agents online. Saturday's shooting comes amid rising tensions between local leaders and the federal government.
People need to realize that it's not just about fighting against Trump, it's fighting for a more humane immigration system that we all deserve.
On Friday, several protesters were detained by federal agents near an immigration facility outside of Chicago, as Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem visited the site.
You can see it right here. They have a fixed gun on the roof right now, aiming at protesters. This is one-sided violence, one-sided escalation that began with mass secret police coming into our community and disappearing our neighbors.
Now, President Trump says he will deploy 300 National Guard troops to Chicago, a plan Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has repeatedly rejected. The governor saying in a social media post the Trump administration gave him an ultimatum: call up your troops or we will. Johny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.